Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today I have a really great video for you. It's part of the Dollar Tree Garden DIY Challenge. It's hosted by Ellie from DIY from House to Home, and joining us this month is Lisa from Our Gray House and Zaina from OK at Home DIY. I love these ladies. They are some of my very favorites. I will have the playlist as well as all their channels linked in my description box down below. So as soon as you're done with my video, head on down there and check out the playlist. Now let's get into the DIY. Okay, so this is a big one. So I am just doing one, but there are small pieces that are incorporated into the last big project. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I bought these 6x6 pieces of grass. They're like felt on the back from Amazon. I will have it linked below. This fence from garden fence from the Dollar Tree. This floral foam I got at Walmart. It's a really big one. And then some foam board from Dollar Tree. A sun cutout from Dollar Tree and a butterfly from Dollar Tree as well. And I have 3 of these birdhouses. Now I believe I show you all 4, but maybe not. Okay, so I only show you 3. I ended up messing up on one of them, so I used the 4th one, and I'll use that later. But anyways, this is my Stampera paper that I love so much. It is linked below. And then some of this Chalkology paint that was sent to me. So I painted the butterfly and all of the houses and the sun, and then I took the Waverly plaster and did the roofs of all 3 birdhouses. Oh my word. Anyhow, so now I'm going to take this beautiful paper. I love this paper so much. And I'm just going to cut it. What I want to do is I want to add pieces to the sides and the back of all 3 birdhouses. Now I'm not covering the entire piece side. I'm just adding to it. Like the purple's still going to poke out. So I'm taking some of my matte Mod Podge and I am just going to glue all of these pieces of paper right down to the birdhouses. Now, I've done this before in other birdhouses. I will try to link those videos down below or up in the cards if I can remember how to do that. So anyway, if not, they'll definitely be down below so you can go check them out. So I did the 2 sides, and then I took a smaller piece of paper just to put kind of in the center of the back, just for a little more detail. So I just put the Mod Podge on the paper itself instead of the house, so that it didn't look like 2 different finishes for the, you know what I mean. Like the Mod Podge is not necessarily matte. There's a bit of a sheen to it. But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know real quick that I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee page if you would like to support my channel. Either way, stop on by and say hi. I'd love to hear from you. So here I am showing you my beautiful dogs because now I'm going to be working on the floor. So I apologize in advance. I'm not always in frame. The tripod was very high to fit everything in. So anyway, I cut all of the tags off of these 4 pieces of fencing, and then I attach them together to make a square. Now I'm measuring it out. It was 23.5 inches. Of course, the foam board was too short on one end. Story of my life. But anyway, so I made it work. But anyways, so I measured it to 23.5 inches, and now I am using my floral foam as a guide. And I just cut it with my scissors and placed it inside just to make sure that it fit right. Then I am going to take some square dowels that I got from, they were actually on Amazon. I got them off of Amazon, but they are from Woodpecker's Crafts. So I am going to measure out 3 pieces, to the 23.5 inches, and cut them and place them inside just to hold up the foam board. So once I get these all hot glued into place, then I am just going to put this whole piece, well, I guess I'm gonna just fit it in there again, make sure it's gonna hold everything up. And now I am going to push that aside for now. Now I'm going to take that foam board and the floral foam, and I am going to hot glue the floral foam to the foam board. You guys try saying that. So as you can see, Nico was my little helper today. Skylar helped a little, but for the most part, Nico was my helper. We're going to call it a helper. Anyway, so I have these wood pieces. They came from BB Crafts, I believe. They look like the thread spool. So what I did was I hot glued one to the bottom of each of the birdhouses, and then I cut down 3 more dowels. Actually, I ended up doing 5 total, but 3 of the dowels, and I'm just going to add some hot glue to the inside of those spools and then stick the dowel in. And then I hot glued the dowels to the sun and the butterfly. Now, right now the butterfly, it looks like it's straight, but I do fix that later, because I mean, it really should be kind of at an angle, not straight off the dowel. But anyway, so now I'm just taking some hot glue, and I'm going to put a little hot glue on the dowel, push it into the floral foam, and then add a little more hot glue to the base of the dowel so that I can glue the spool down as well. So that's just giving it more stability. In case you're wondering why I'm doing all of this, I just didn't want them to, I didn't want the house to fall off the dowel. So I figured that was a little more sturdy. But anyways, so I'm doing that with all 3 of these houses. And then I am going to add the butterfly. Now, originally I put a shorter dowel on the sun, and it wasn't up high enough. It was kind of the same height as one of the birdhouses, and I just felt like it needed to be up a little higher. So I ended up taking that dowel off and replacing it with a taller one, so that the sun would stand up a little higher than the rest. So now I'm going to take those square pieces of grass, and I'm going to hot glue them to the foam board and to the side of the floral foam only. And I do that all the way around the whole piece. So here I am just adding the last piece, and then there were just a couple small spots that needed a little, just a little extra to hide the white. So I just cut off a couple small pieces and placed them in place. So as you can see here, I started to glue down some more of this grass to the top of the foam and realized, Tammy, you can't poke your florals through if you do that. So I pulled it back off. So now I have a bunch of these tulips that I got from Michael's. They were like $1.99 for a like a bushel, whatever, a bouquet, whatever you want to call it. So, and then I'm just taking all of the purples and white colored flowers that I had in my stash and a lot of greenery, and I'm just going to fill this entire piece with all the florals and greenery that I could find. So I cut out a lot of this, but I also wanted you to kind of see the process as it was kind of developing and like getting fuller and fuller and fuller. So I did keep quite a bit of this in. Yeah. So I apologize. But I really wanted you guys to kind of see how it all kind of came together. So, now I believe, I'm having a hard time seeing this, but I believe that I'm taking the eucalyptus garland that they have at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going around, no, I guess I'm not. I guess I lied. You could see my legs were killing me, so I'm like all stretched out now. Not used to sitting on the floor. It's been a long time since I've, been on the floor playing with kids and whatnot. So, but I got to get used to that because now I have almost 2 grandbaby. I have a grandbaby and a half. Anyway, so I'm just going to finish adding all of my florals, and then I do take those eucalyptus wreaths at some point. Here we go. And I'm going around where the, like on the edge of the foam board, and that's going to kind of camouflage the area that doesn't have any of the foam board because the foam board was too short. Remember a little while ago I told you that, but anyway. So I'm just going to hot glue this garland all the way around. I do end up using like 1 3/4 because I started with the 3/4 one because I thought that would be enough and it wasn't. So anyway, it worked out just beautifully in the end. So, yeah, I'm using my scissors so that I don't burn my fingers, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting very close to the end of adding stuff. Yeah, here I go. So now I'm going to pull that back in, and I'm going to lift the foam board and place it inside the fencing. And then I just had to kind of push it down, make sure it was all sitting right and all that good stuff. And then I have a bunch of like greenery, like boxwood and lamb's ear and ferns and eucalyptus and all that other stuff. So I was taking all of those like scrap pieces and just kind of dropping them into areas where you could still see the foam board or the floral foam. Now I have these little birds that I got off of Amazon, and I am just going to place them on, I placed a couple on the roofs of the houses and then one on the side of one of the houses. And yeah, here's where I'm putting it, on the side of the house, like at the base. It's not like sticking to the side of the house. It's on the base of the house. But anyway, oh my good grief. So I have these beautiful purple butterflies. See that right there? I got them off of Amazon. They're gorgeous. They have like little gems in them. They're so pretty. Anyway, I'm using a few of them. I think I used like 5 or 6, maybe 7 of them. And I just kind of place them sporadically. Like I put one on, or maybe 2 on the fence, one on one of the houses. I put a couple on some of the flowers. And I just love how this came out in the end. It's so beautiful, you guys. So then I got some. Now, this was before Dollar Tree came out with them, but I got some little ladybugs off of Amazon. And so I'm just going to take the ladybugs and I'm placing them all over the place, like truly all over the place. Because they end up all over the place. I don't know. One year we had like an infestation at the house, and I had to like vacuum them up and let them outside. True story. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how they were getting in the house, but they were everywhere. And yeah, I ended up vacuuming them up with my little like hand vacuum thing and taking them outside, and they were fine. It was all good. But anyway, so here I am just putting the finishing touches. Now, in all honesty, I did lose a couple of the ladybugs. I kind of dropped them, but it's all good. It's all good. You can't even tell. So anyway, here is how gorgeous is this piece. Truly, I know I might be a little biased, but I want to thank Ellie for inviting me to let me know what you guys think this month's playlist. I also want to thank Lisa and Zaina for joining us, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you next time.